Aloha, this is Monica Ferreira with Neighborhood Place Akona. Join us as we talk about healthy nutrition for our growing families. The health and nutrition of our growing families. As our children transition from breast milk or bottle feeding to solid food and beyond, it is useful to remember the important role eating plays in our families' lives. Let's talk about breastfeeding. There are numerous benefits to breastfeeding, and it can be very difficult at the beginning for new moms. But some of the benefits that you may find breastfeeding brings are that breast milk has all the digestive nutrients your baby needs for the first year of life. Also, breastfed babies have very few allergies. It also protects them against obesity later in life. And breast milk has antibodies that help fight off illness. It's very inexpensive, and it helps with weight loss as a new mom. Many moms also feel a strong bond with their babies when they breastfeed. If you're looking for local support breastfeeding here in Kona, please look up the resource listed here, nestfamilysupporthawaii.org. You can also call their message line at 808-334-4127. Breastfeeding can be challenging, but you're not alone. Okay, now that we've talked about breastfeeding, let's talk about bottle feeding. Is it really okay to bottle feed your baby? Making the decision as to how you will feed your baby is not easy. It's a very personal choice between you and what you feel is best for your baby. Some mothers feel left out, disappointed, or even guilt-ridden for not breastfeeding. But here's the truth. The truth is that formula-fed babies thrive and grow into healthy children. Let go of the guilt if this is the best choice for you and your baby. Let's talk about nutrition for your baby. It's almost all about the milk, whether it's breast milk, formula, or a combination of the two. Breast milk or formula will provide practically every nutrient a baby needs for the first year of life. At about 6 months, most babies are ready to start solid food like iron-fortified infant cereal and strained fruits and vegetables and pureed meats. Breast milk may not provide enough iron and zinc when the babies are around 6 to 9 months. So fortified cereals and meats can help breastfed babies in particular. Once you do start adding foods, don't go low fat. In general, you don't want to restrict fats under age 2 because a healthy amount of fat is critically important for babies and their brain and nerve development. Let's talk about toddler and preschooler nutrition. Toddlers and preschoolers grow in spurts, and their appetites come and go in spurts. So they may eat a whole lot one day and then hardly anything the next. That's completely normal, and as long as you offer them a healthy selection, they will get what they need. Calcium is the body's building block. It is needed to develop strong, healthy bones and teeth. Milk is the best source of much needed calcium, but for those who are milk allergic, lactose intolerant, or just don't like milk, lactose-free milk, soy milk, tofu, sardines, and calcium-fortified orange juices, cereals, waffles, and other items are filled with calcium and great options. Fiber is another important focus. Kids may want the bland, beige, starchy diet like chicken nuggets, fries, and macaroni, but that is really not the best, and it's a good time to encourage fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and beans. And don't forget, fiber helps aid digestion and prevents constipation, something you and your child will be thankful for down the road. Let's talk about elementary school age. Eating animal-based products isn't the only place we can get protein at this time in our life. Rice, beans, eggs, milk, and peanut butter all have good sources of protein. Foods with loads of sugar, fats, and sodium might be chosen more frequently, especially if they're getting it in the cafeteria themselves. Schools will also have numerous events where cakes, candy, chips, and other snacks might become a regular event. I suggest packing your child's lunch or going over lunch menu and encouraging him or her to select healthy choices can keep them on track. Let's talk preteens. As puberty kicks in, young people need more calories to support the many changes they will be experiencing. Unfortunately, for some of those, extra calories come from fast food or junk foods with little nutritional value. Some adolescents go the opposite way and restrict calories, fats, or carbs. Adolescence is the time kids start to become conscientious of their weight and their body image, which for some can lead to eating disorders or unhealthy behaviors. It is best to lead a good, healthy, diverse diet at this time in their lives. As we continue to talk about preteens, calcium is more important than ever during the tween and teen years because the majority of bone mass is built during this time. Encouraging kids to have milk products, or calcium-rich alternatives should help them get more calcium. Your child's gender may play a role in whether he or she needs more of a particular nutrient. For instance, teen girls need more iron than their male counterparts to replace what they lost during menstruation, and males need slightly more protein than girls. It's just the way it is. Our bodies are different. Okay, let's talk about water. It's time to drink up. Water makes up more than half of kids' body weight and is needed to keep all parts of the body functioning properly. There's no specific amount of water recommended for children, but it's a good idea to give them water throughout the day, not just when they tell you they're thirsty. Babies generally don't need water during the first year of life. They get enough through breast milk or formula. If your child doesn't like the taste of water, add a bit of lemon or lime for flavor. It might trick them into liking it a bit. Fruits and veggies are also a really good source of water. Kids should drink more water when ill, when it's hot out, or when engaged in physical activity. Water does the body good. Let's talk about food allergies. Any food may cause an allergic reaction, but 90% of food allergies in children are caused by just 6 common food or food groups: milk, eggs, peanuts, tree nuts, soy, and wheat. In adults, a similar percentage of serious allergies are caused by just 4 food groups: peanuts, tree nuts, fish, and shellfish. Allergies to fruits and vegetables are much less common and usually less severe, but it's really good to be mindful of food allergies, particularly if other children in your child's school may have them. Okay, let's tackle the picky eater. Even the most nutritious meal won't do any good if a child won't eat it. Some children are picky eaters. Others eat only certain foods or refuse to eat as a way to assert themselves. Here are some tips that may be helpful. Try deep yellow or orange vegetables instead of green vegetables. It might just trick their brain a bit. Try chicken, turkey, fish, or pork instead of a lean beef. Try low-fat flavored milk, cheese, or yogurt instead of low-fat milk. If your child refuses one food from a food group, try another from the same food group. See if you can get them to try it. Here are some ways to boost the nutritional value of prepared dishes with extra ingredients, kind of like tricking them. Add non-fat dry milk to cream soups, milkshakes, and puddings. Mix grated zucchini and carrots into quick breads, muffins, meatloaf, lasagna, and soups. Serve a food your child enjoys along with a food that he or she has refused to eat in the past. Try serving a food again if it was refused before. It might take many tries before a child likes it. Invite children to help with food preparation. It can make eating food more fun. Add eye appeal. Cut foods into interesting shapes. Create a smiling face on top of a casserole with cheese, vegetables, or fruit strips. Set a good example by eating well yourself. Ideally, eat at least one meal together as a family every day, or try for 3 to 4 times per week. Here's a fun, hands-on activity that you can do with your keiki. The best you can do is try to offer foods from all 5 major food groups: grains, fruits, vegetables, milk, and meat and beans, which are proteins, at every meal. You may not always be able to get them to eat the recommended amount from each group every day, but if you can keep a healthy variety of foods available, they'll eventually get what they need over the course of a week or 2. You can also visit choosemyplate.gov and download a cool printable of the MyPlate graphic. Also, think about downloading some images of food, printing them off, maybe laminating them, and that's a cool activity where you can practice putting the foods in the correct food group. Enjoy and have fun. Aloha and thanks for watching. Don't forget to answer the questions at the end of this module.